Welcome back, second graders. Thanks for coming back to play Reach the Joey, or at least to get the game set up with me so that you can play the game at home with your family. If you haven't done so already, I need you to grab two pieces of paper and a writing utensil. So go ahead and pause this video if you don't have those items with you, and then come right back. Okay, now we have our two pieces of paper and a writing utensil and we're ready to go. So the first thing we have to do in order to get our game set up for Reach the Joey is we need to roll the dice that you see on my screen to get a three-digit number. That three-digit number will tell us where the Joey is hiding. So let me go ahead and toss. So our first number is going to be 7. And that 7 is going to go in the hundreds place. Now let me toss again. Our second digit is going to be a 5. And that 5 is going to go in the tens place. And now I have a third roll for the ones place. And so in the ones place, we're going to have a 6. Let me get that up here on the screen for us. A 6. Now, if we have a 7 in the hundreds place, a 5 in the tens place, and a 6 in the ones place, what number does that make? Let's read it together. 756. Now you'll notice on my sheet that I just zoomed in, it says this: it's time for Joey to come home, but he is hiding on, and I'm going to put the number 756. Who will be the first to find him? His mother, Flyer, or his dad, Boomer? So now what I need you to do with one of your pieces of paper and your writing utensil is, if you could, turn the paper so that it is sideways like this. And I need you to make two number lines like I have on the page in front of you. One for Flyer and one for Boomer. And you can even label it as Flyer and Boomer. And make sure that on each number line there are 10 little tick marks. Okay, just like you see here. And since we rolled the number 756, our number line is going to start, each one of these number lines for Flyer and Boomer are going to start at 730 and then go up by 10. So 740, 750, and so on. So I'm going to give you some time. I'm going to pause the video and make sure you make your number line. 10 tick marks on each number line, one for Flyer and one for Boomer, and go. Okay, so your number lines should look like mine on the screen after you labeled them, all the way from 730, and the next 10 tick marks at the end, I got to 820 for Flyer and for Boomer. Now, before we start, we're going to take a moment to warm up by making some mental hops. And we're going to do these mental hops forwards and backward along the number line. So first we're going to imagine that we're starting at 730 right here. And we're going to imagine that we spin on the spinner up here, we spin 9. So what would 730 plus 9 be? Let's think about it. Now count of 3, shout it out. 1, 2, 3. 739. Yes. So we're going to make a mental hop to 739. And now let's keep counting by tens from 739 all the way to the end of the number line until we can't go any further. So we are at 739, 749, count with me, 759, 769, 779, 789, 799, 809, 819. And then I think we're going to run out of room. So now let's go backwards by tens, starting at 819. 819, 809, 799, 789, 779, 769, 759, 749, and back to 739. Way to go, second graders. Great counting forwards and backwards. I think we're ready for me to teach you the game. So before we start our game, we need to make sure that we hide Joey at the number that we started with, 756. So 756, I know that 756 is in between two benchmark numbers, 750 and 760. And let's see, 756, well, 755 is exactly halfway in between my two benchmarks. So 756 must be a little bit more to the right. So I'm going to put a star, the best that I can draw here. And that's going to represent where Joey is hiding, 756. And please go ahead and do that on your number lines as well. 756, we'll put Joey right here on Boomer's number line as well. Now, the rest of the game, what you're going to need is you're going to need yourself to be either Flyer or Boomer, and then you're going to need a family member at home to be the other player in the game. And what the game states is that you're supposed to spin this hop spinner right up here, and then hop that many hops on the number line. And the first person to reach Joey at 756 wins the game. But you guys don't have this spinner at home. So I was thinking, what could you do that you could make at home really simple in order to do the hops? Well, let me show you. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to recreate a way to pick numbers off of that hops wheel. So what I thought about was to take the second sheet of paper that you grabbed, and what I want you to do is I want you to fold it into 8 pieces. So how you do that is fold your paper in half, fold your paper in half again, and fold your paper in half again. So fold your paper in half 3 times. Now when you open it up, what you're going to notice is you have 8 little squares. I forgot to have you get scissors before. So pause the video and you can go grab some scissors now. But what you're going to do with those scissors is you are going to cut your paper apart into 8 little squares. So just like this. And to go super duper fast, I'm going to layer it on top of each other. Okay, so once you have all of your paper cut apart, you should have 8 little squares. And on those squares, we're going to put the numbers from the wheel. Okay, so on the first piece of paper, I need you to put a number 1, like that. And then on the second piece, a number 5. Feel free to pause at any time. Oh, it's backwards. I did write it the correct way. Just showing up kind of funny in the video. I need an 11 and a 15. Again, backwards. And a 16. I guess I have to show it this way. No, that's still backwards. A 10. I need a mirror. A 10. A 9. And a 10. It's your good laugh for the day. Okay, so then what you're going to do in order to spin is you are going to crumple up these pieces of paper and you're just going to throw them into a pile. And then when it's your turn to spin, you are going to grab one of these crumpled pieces of paper, and you're going to uncrumple it, and that'll be how many hops you need to hop on your number line. Remember that you can hop forwards, you can hop backwards if you go over where Joey is hiding, and you can also decide to stay where you're at for your turn. So you don't have to move on your turn if you so choose. So good luck playing this game with someone at home, and let me know who wins. Thanks. See you tomorrow. Bye.